some books that I plan on rereading in my spare time. They are all Terry Pratchett books. The ones I have here, they're not in any particular order, but there's some of the paperbacks I have. And we'll take a quick look at them. There's a slight bit of thread just there, bit of red thread. The first book is Terry Pratchett's Discworld novel, Witches Abroad. There is always a lot going on Terry Pratchett's book covers, and this is no exception. We've got some parrots. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 parrots. We have some witches. With their familiar, their black cat, I think that is. Somebody just behind with their horse and cart. I wonder where they've been or where they're off to. Just at the top you can see a swirling snake that looks like it's wound itself around something. I think I read this book but a very long time ago, so they are all well overdue a reread. So, if you're wondering what this one is about, it says, "It seemed an easy job. After all, how difficult could it be to make sure that a servant girl doesn't marry a prince? But for the witches Granny Weatherwax, Nanny Og, and Maigret Garlic, travelling to the distant city of Genoa, things are never that simple. Servant girls have to marry the prince. That's what life is all about. You can't fight a happy ending. At least up until now." I've got a fishing scene here. And one more parrot. This is an older copy. those people, and why not, who, after the publication of Weird Sisters, deluged the author with their versions of the words of the Hedgehog song. Dearie, dearie me. And the next book is Reaper Man. Now this cover is very kind of put together, very solid colours, lights and darks. We have death in the middle against a dark tree and a very deep blue sky and the twinkling stars and the crescent moon. This was the 11th Discworld novel. Death has to happen. That's what being alive is all about. You're alive and then you're dead. It can't just stop happening. But it can, and it has. Death is missing, presumed, gone. And on a little farm far, far away, a tall, dark stranger is turning out to be really good with a scythe, which leads to the kind of chaos you always get when an important public service is withdrawn. If the death doesn't come for you, then what are you supposed to do in the meantime? You can't have the undead wandering about like lost souls. There's no telling what might happen, particularly when they discover that life really is only for the living. And the rolling hills of the fields. It looks like a more recent book because of the fresh cover, but it's the 11th. Moving pictures. This is a very busy cover. The alchemists of the Discworld have discovered the magic of the silver screen. But what is the dark secret of Hollywood Hill? It's up to Victor Douglebend. Can't sing, can't dance, can handle a sword a little, and feed a withal. I come from a little town you've probably never heard of. To find out. This is the 9th Discworld novel. You have 2 dogs here. One grey dog and one brown. And they're running. With their eyes pointed at this carriage. Next is Men at Arms. Everybody has a weapon on this cover. Swords and axes, broadswords. Be a man in the City Watch. The City Watch needs men. But what it's got includes Corporal Carrot, technically a dwarf, Lance Constable Cuddy, really a dwarf, Lance Constable Detritus, a troll, Lance Constable Angua, a woman most of the time, and Corporal Knobs, disqualified from the human race for shoving. And they need all the help they can get because they've only got 24 hours to clean up the town. And this is Ankh-Morpork we're talking about. Small gods. There's so many people on this front cover. Lots of faces. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 human faces. And a large eagle. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was, hey, you. For brother, the novice, is the chosen one. He wants peace and justice and brotherly love. He also wants the Inquisition to stop torturing him now, please. We're on this one says it's surely the best novel Terry Pratchett has ever written and the best comedy. From John Clute in Zone. Well, I'll leave that to you to decide. The Fifth Elephant. Big trunk and dusk. And very wrinkly. Must be a very wise elephant. It says, Sam Vines is a man on the run. Yesterday he was a duke, a chief of police, and the ambassador to the mysterious, fat, rich country of Uberveld. Now he has nothing but his native wit and the gloomy trousers of Uncle Van Young. Don't ask. It's snowing. It's freezing. And if he can't make it through the forest to civilization, there's going to be a terrible war. But there are monsters on his trail. They're bright, they're fast, they're werewolves, and they're catching up. The Fifth Elephant is Terry Pratchett's latest installment in the Discworld cycle, this time starring dwarves, diplomacy, intrigue, and big lumps of fat. The nice spiry building here, lots of spires and towers, very fantastical. Lords and ladies. Ooh. I can see a snake. And a frog. And a newt. And a very large hand, pointy nose, pointy nose, and a pointy chin. And a fiery torch to light the way. The fairies are back, but this time they don't just watch your teeth. Granny Weatherwax and a tiny coven are up against real elves. It's midsummer night, no time for dreaming. With full supporting cast of dwarves, wizards, trolls, Morris dancers, and one orangutan. And lots of hey nonny nonny and blood all over the place. And another snake. Quite a large snake. I wouldn't like to come across that. No, thank you. You can stay in the book cover. Thank you very much. And the last one. Thief of Time. Time is a resource. Everyone knows it has to be managed. And on Discworld, that is the job of the monks of history, who store it and pump it from the places where it's wasted, like underwater. How much time does a codfish need? To places like cities where there's never enough time. But the construction of the world's first truly accurate clock starts a race against time. Well, time for Lutze and his apprentice Lobsang Lud, because it will stop time, and that will only be the start of everyone's problems. Thief of Time comes complete with a full supporting cast of heroes and villains, Yetis, martial artists, and Ronnie, the fifth horseman of the apocalypse, who left before they became famous. This was from 2001. So that's a few of the Terry Pratchett books. I have a few more and a few more in hardback. And once I sort the order out, I will try and start them from the beginning. I look forward to it, however long it takes. Thank you for looking through these books with me.